Dr. David Kimbrough and Dr. Randall Hughes work to unlock the secrets of the intertidal zone, where the land meets the sea.
Last year, this small salt marsh looked like this.
And next year, I'll be standing here talking to Laurel Hill kids, talking about how great your plants look. And so you guys are part of that tradition now. So I'm happy that y'all can be. This grass here, that's, a foot apart, okay? We planted down there last year, and it's just thriving.
This marsh is fairly well traveled. Like an increasing number of marshes around Choctawhatchee Bay, its grasses were raised in classrooms.
This is a program called Grasses and Classes. These are salt marsh nurseries that we keep at schools around Okaloosa and Walton County.
We plant the grass in September, and then each week we go out and we add water and we increase the salinity so that when it comes here, it's prepared for the salt water.
And we do this by partnering with AmeriCorps, and they provide us with an education team. My education team goes into the schools and teaches 6 classroom lessons.
After they've learned about marshes and coastal ecology, they take an end-of-year field trip to the bay.
These kids are from Laurel Hill, which is at the very north end of the county, so almost in Alabama. So some of them haven't seen the bay, but they do spend a lot of time on the river up there.
Kids were broken into groups that rotated through 4 stations.
First station's up here. It's an adaptation game. They learn about different adaptations and survival.
Each of the kids is a different kind of bird, and they each have a different kind of adaptation in their beak. So this is a grabby grab, it's a clothespin, and this is what they use to collect their food.
I would eat one.
There are spoons, or spoonbills.
I can't pick it up.
Chopsticks are a split note beak.
I got 3.
The kids with the best adapted beak or bill got the most food.
I'm mostly healthy. I'm mostly being.
This is our oyster and exploration station. One of the projects that we do at CPA is build oyster reefs, and we teach the kids about the habitat that the oysters create and how they work with Spartina to prevent shoreline erosion. And then we allow them to explore
If you go over near the stump, you'll get a shrimp.
the shoreline, the oyster reefs, and the Spartina to find creatures living in the environment.
Yep, there's one.
You will, as long as you. Next is our refractometer, which you guys have used a lot this year, right? To monitor your nurseries.
We'll just be talking about water quality and why it's important to monitor the water for the animals and the plants that live there.
A refractometer is a tool used by researchers to measure salinity. Part of growing their marsh plants was maintaining the right level of salinity.
All right, so first off, I want to say that these plants look really good. You guys did a great job of taking care of them.
Well, this station is planting, so each school has had approximately about 500 Spartina alterniflora plants.
Now, at the end of the school year, these Spartina plants graduate and go to work for us.
And then we also just teach them about how the plants control erosion, provide a habitat, and helps us filter stormwater runoff.
This is a tree that was originally rooted on land, okay, and it's since died and it's now in the water, so that's a sign of erosion. That's one reason this site was chosen as a restoration site for you guys to do your salt marsh restoration. There you go.
It was a great experience, and just giving them a hands-on lesson and getting them interested in science is something that's very beneficial to them.
Kind of gives kids an understanding that science isn't just working in a lab. There's a lot of outside field work.
The school kids aren't the only ones who benefit from the program.
I want to be a teacher, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to get involved with kids and the classroom. I've been interested in teaching, so that this has been a good experience for me teaching the kids, but I've never been really involved in anything environmental at all, so it's definitely been a new experience. I've enjoyed it very much.
Not all of them want to be teachers.
It's not really my goal. but being outdoors is. So, and that education part is really big in the outdoor field. So I need to have that.
We want to have the next generation of water stewards for our bay, for them to become familiar and just wanting to protect what is theirs, like I said.
In the Grass on the Reef is funded by the National Science Foundation.